Okay, we is live. It is Wellness Wednesday today, and let's get a little bit of. Today you got Forrest Gump and Todd Liner, two herbalists here to answer questions. Uh, Everybody got questions, but today's topic is about prevention. Uh, Todd, I'm gonna turn this beat down a little bit. What's your take on prevention?
Well, first of all, I don't think people know what prevention is. So that's the number one thing. So people think that getting a mammary grant, what's it called? Uh,
Mammogram,
Mammogram and getting their prostate examined when they're 40 and getting a colonoscopy when they're 50,
colonoscopy. Yep,
that's
colonoscopy.
preventative. And that's not preventative care. That's not prevention. That's early detection.
Okay, wait a minute. So I had a guy 2 days ago told me he had a doctor's appointment for a colonoscopy. He's 51 years old, and he was telling me that he had to go get tested, and I didn't bust his bubble. But now you just said something. You said that's not prevention. Going and getting a test for colonoscopy or breast cancer or well, definitely don't do the breast cancer thing. Uh, uh, what is that if that's not prevention?
That's early detection. What you're doing is you're going to get tested to see if you have something, hopefully to catch it early. Prevention would be doing something to prevent yourself from ever catching the problem in the first place. For example, say you have, if you haven't cleaned your colon and you've been eating for 40 years or 50 years, what do you think is going to happen? You've got all this waste backed up in there, toxicity. You're lucky you don't have colon cancer. So when you go in there and get you tested, which you're hoping that the test will show if you do have something, you're detecting it early enough for they can catch it so it doesn't take you out.
Okay, stop
Now,
right there. Stop right there. I'm a disbeliever. I'm a total disbeliever. So you think the doctor is going to tell people the truth when they go get tested?
it's not his responsibility to tell you the truth.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. What you mean it's not his responsibility? I'm
Well,
going. I'm trusting him.
wait, you're going in there asking him, do you have a colon problem? He's going to answer your question. He's answering your question with the test. So if you don't ask him about preventative measures, prevention is based on is on you, not on them. So if you go in there and say, hey doc, I'm 50, I want to get my prostate exam, he's going to give you the test and say, hey, you got a large prostate, you got prostate cancer, you got whatever's going on with
Even
you.
if
Now
even if you ain't got it, because I know people who got tested and they were tested positive, even though they didn't have no problems.
that's a whole other issue. But so if you want prevention, you should have been doing things in the first 30, 40 years before you took that test so that you would never have it. See, prevention is always better than remedy or cure.
When is it
So
too late? When is it too late for prevention?
it's never too late for prevention. It's never
Well,
too late.
yeah, yeah. I disagree.
Well, okay. If you go to say you go to the doctor and you find out you got colon cancer, the same measures that would prevent it is what's healing it. So you would heal it with the same process you would do to prevent it. Pretty much the same herbs. So you need to clean your colon out. You need to live a more healthy lifestyle so you can repair your colon situation. And you also those same measures will prevent you from having the problem in the first place. So you should have been doing those things in the first place. So you are being irresponsible by eating for 40, 50 years and you never cleaned your colon out
Boy,
because
but wait a minute. People don't know to do that. You think
they,
people? You hold on, hold on.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Stupid
Okay,
thing. You hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay, okay. So hold on. Let me switch. I'm gonna switch to the computer because my questions are real important. Let me see. Let me go here. I'm gonna switch to internal speaker. Tell me if you can hear me, Todd. Can you hear me, Todd?
I can still hear you.
Okay,
Yep,
cool. You can hear me.
yep. No, I can't hear you now.
Oh crap! I was thinking something happened. Hold on.
Here,
You can hear me now. You can hear me now.
yeah,
I can't hear
yeah.
you though. I can't hear you. Let me see if I can hear you. Okay, so my output is there. No, no. Say something, Todd.
Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
No,
You
I can hear you.
cannot hear
Yes,
me. You can hear me now? I'm trying to
yeah, I can
make
hear
it
you.
my camera. Oh, hang on, I got it. I got it. I got it. How about now? You can hear me now?
Yeah, it's echoing.
Huh?
It's echoing.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold
It's a,
on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can you hear me now?
yes, that's better.
That's better?
Yeah.
Okay, but I can't. Hold on, let me do the output. Okay, it's built in. Okay, that's good. Okay. Don't mute that. I can't hear you, but you can hear me.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Crap. Okay, so the input's there. Let's do the output here. Let me see if I can hear you. Say something, Todd.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah.
This stupid thing ain't gonna last. I'm about to come up with a better way. Okay, anyway. Where was I? Well, my computer
Okay,
let
so
me down.
you don't believe people don't know they're doing prevention. And my thing is, they don't. You say they don't know these things, but they know to change the oil in their car. They know to change the air filter. So why would they not think that they need to clean their colon out?
Because there is no instructions. There is no. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
There is no manual on the human, and you can't say the Bible is a manual because it's not. There is no manual on on how to live daily for the best possible health.
Well,
No.
okay, so there's a manual for your car. Somebody wrote that. So I'm sure there's someone who wrote a manual. So it's just a matter of people haven't read the manual that's out there.
Okay, what's the manual for what? Okay, what's the manual for people to have the best possible health
There's,
all their
I'm
life?
not. There's not one out there. There's probably many. But I'm just saying, like for example, you could use Elijah Muhammad's "How to Eat to Live." It's not perfect, but there's one. It's a manual. So there's so many different things people can do to learn how to be healthy. It's just a matter of they're not taking the time to do this. So, for example, if you know you're eating 3 meals a day and you're going to the bathroom once a week, you should know that's a problem. You should know that's a problem.
They do, but they don't.
See, I got to deal in absolutes. Either you do know or you don't.
Well, they know something's wrong, but they don't know what's wrong or even why. So, because people don't even know what real food is, so how are they gonna know how to prevent themselves from ever getting sick in the first place? That's not even a thought that registers in your mind. In my mind, we know that that's possible, but people don't think like that because when all they have to go by is what's in society, what's happening to people in society, and everybody getting sick and just normally. So that is the norm in people's minds. So prevention, when you say prevention, that's a foreign language.
Well, I think they're packaging early detection as prevention. They're telling women to come and get your pap smear and your mammogram, but those are not preventative measures. That's only early detection. And early detection is okay. It's nice to catch something early before it gets bad. But don't you? I think we all agree that preventing yourself from ever having a problem in the first place is much better than early detection.
I don't think
So
early detection.
I don't
So
think early detection is okay. That's not
never
okay for me.
went to the doctor. He says you got stage 1 colon cancer. You caught it early. Better than catching it in stage 4.
No,
But
no, 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 because again, cancer is not a disease.
okay. But what I'm saying is, it's better to catch your degenerative health problem early as opposed to catching it late. So it's easier to fix something if you catch it early as opposed to catching it late. But it's even better to do measures so you never have the problem in the first place. So everybody would like to say, you know what? I never had cancer. I'm not even worried about cancer. I do this, this, and this, and this is why I know I'm not going to catch cancer. However, most people don't do that. They don't take that path. What they do is they just do what they want to do, eat what they want to eat, and then they wait till they're 40 or 50, they go to the doctor and get a colonoscopy and be like, oh, you've got colon cancer. You caught it early. We're just going to cut out a part of your colon. But you never thought that eating barbecue with all that lighter fluid on it is going to cause a problem. It tells you it's poison right in the can.
Well, that's why I don't think that people are. First of all, people do not think about prevention. Prevention does not exist in society's mentality. I've never I've never had anyone come to me and say I want to take measures for prevention. Not one person, not one customer has ever come to me and said that.
It's that irresponsible because when you buy a car, you ask, how do I prevent myself from breaking down? He'll tell you, change your oil every 3,000 miles.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't go with that. You know, you have to understand that it's your personal responsibility to think like this because you only have one body that you can't replace. You can easily replace a car. If you wreck your car, you can just be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to work a couple hours overtime and get me a new car. You wreck your body, you cannot get another body. You might be able to borrow, might get a call Forrest and be like, Forrest, I've been drinking Jack Daniels and I need a kidney. But as a spare part, you can't get a whole new body.
Yeah, and spare parts aren't guaranteed either. I had a guy call me yesterday said he got a new kidney. I said, "You got a new kidney?" He said, "Yeah, I got a new kidney." I'm like, "Okay, okay." He said, "Can I take the herbs with my new kidney?" He want to take the vein formula with his new kidney. But again, that's after the fact. That prevention is so easy, but we're asking people to give up their poison in prevention, Todd. People don't want to do that.
You know what? That's an interesting topic. Okay, even if they didn't give up their poison, giving it up would be better. But even if you were still using the poison, if you were doing preventative measures, you would lessen the
The
impact.
effects, right?
So it's still a matter of people have to change their way of thinking from early detection to what am I going to do to prevent myself from having this issue. So, for example, most people say, "Oh, you know what? Obesity runs in my family." So obesity has some track shoes that's running up and down your family tree, tagging everybody, making them. No, what's in the family is the same diet and lifestyle that you're passing down. You're eating the same ham hocks, chitlins, and then you have the same um,
Elements.
diseases that your parents had, and you pass that on to your kids. So that's what's running down the family tree, not the disease, but the diet and lifestyle is running down the family tree. So
So
that's why the same things happen. Same
okay,
people.
so basically, stop saying you that something is hereditary because nothing is hereditary.
You might be predisposed to catch something, but most things are degenerative in nature, meaning that you're causing them yourself.
I think everything outside of an accident or a physical contact that transmitted disease is in your control completely. I don't think there's nothing that's hereditary. I, if I had to teach somebody in a prevention method, I would try to explain to them the importance of preparing. Because if you just look around, you can see how many people are getting sick, fat. Just you can look and see all the bad. To avoid the bad is just to know what to do. Would you agree?
Yeah,
So,
and you have to. So, for example, today's society has a big problem with obesity, and you know, I understand people have issues with gaining weight. However, Um, you know, back in the 70s when I was a kid, you would see women that were in their 40s, 50 years old wearing cut off t shirts, still looking like they were 20. So the difference has been the diet and lifestyle change. There's not a fast food restaurant on every corner back then. You cooked at home, you ate more raw foods. So the issue is that the prevention is not being put in place. What we're doing is we're we've substituted prevention with early detection. Now, I'm not knocking Western allopathic medicine. They have some great measures to and equipment to test, but you use those tests to evaluate yourself, but you should be still doing preventative techniques to prevent yourself from having these issues.
I think we need to teach people what the body needs. People don't know what the body needs. People don't know. People think vitamins are what the body needs. Vitamin, there's no such thing as a vitamin. When I say that, I know people go, yes, hell there is. Nigga, there's some GNCs right down the street. I know people are thinking like that when I say there's no such thing as vitamin. There aren't. There's only minerals, nutrients, and trace elements. So vitamins was created to make money because it's all synthetic. None of that is organic. As a matter of fact, if you look up any medical book for vitamins, there are no such things as vitamins in a medical book. It's minerals, nutrients, and trace elements. Those are the building blocks for the human body. If you get those things in your body, you begin the process of prevention. You really do begin the process of prevention.
So, on that level, it's important people know for the minerals the form they need to take them in. Because if you're taking an inorganic mineral, it's just as harmful as taking an inorganic vitamin.
Okay, stop
So,
right there. Or inorganic mineral is anything from the hospitals or the doctors. Period. If they prescribe you something, if they give you some, and they normally give it to you in liquid form too. But even if they give it to you in pill form, and it's those hard pills, people don't stop to think. Nature is plants. If we
right,
came from the ground, that means we're organic. If a pill is hard, compressed, that means it's inorganic. That means your body can't use it. But I think we need to. I think people need to understand. We need to help people understand that there's a big difference between organic and inorganic.
right. So, for example, to clear this up for people, say, for example, you're looking for iron. So, what the doctors are going to give you is iron ferrosis. That's an inorganic form of iron. And what that does is a lot of women who take those type of iron pills, what ends up happening to them, they get cramps because it dries up the intestines and causes gas. So the problem is you're taking the wrong form of iron. You should be taking an organic source of iron, like maybe yellow dot or burdock roots. You're getting something that's a plant-based iron source. So it's a little hard for people to understand this, but it's like the easiest way to understand it is like this. If you're looking for iron, you should not be going down to the railroad tracks and licking iron railroad tracks or trying to eat that. That's inorganic iron. You have to have iron. The only way you can get iron in your body is from a plant taking the iron out of the ground and converting it into an organic source. That's what the plant kingdom is here for, to convert. Well, that's one of the purposes: convert minerals from inorganic to organic, so that we can absorb them. We don't have the ability to absorb gold, metal. I mean,
Minerals.
these minerals in their inorganic source form. So that's why you have to have a plant convert it for you. So when you see what happens is they tell you this on the bottle. They give you a dosage. They tell you, so you got to take how many milligrams of this. You take too many of these milligrams of this, you're going to harm yourself. That's the key to know that it's inorganic and it's not the right form. So you're not going to harm yourself by eating too many bananas, getting potassium. But if you take potassium capsules in an inorganic form, you can cause yourself to have a problem. So the easiest way for people to figure this out is whenever you see another word after the word iron or magnesium, whether it's iron ferrosis, magnesium stearide, calcium carbonate, whatever it is, that second word is a key. It's a signal that this is inorganic. You know,
So people's in people's houses right now, they got all these vitamins, And I had one lady call me. She said, "I got $500 of vitamins in my house. I'm doing the right thing." I said, "Ma'am, all that stuff is garbage. You can throw that stuff away."
Well, okay. All she's creating is expensive urine. Because
Mm.
when I first started that, I was, I go to GNC or some of these stores and get the mega vitamins, and your urine turns bright yellow. You smell it. What that means is it's just being wasted out of you. You're not even absorbing those minerals. They're just wasting right out of you when you drink water and go to urinate. So that's not causing or giving you the proper health. That's just being wasted. So when you take, for example, you eat iron from spinach, you're not going to have your urine bright yellow and smelling like vitamins because your body is utilizing the iron in there and it's being put to use, not being wasted. Now, your body will try to use these inorganic minerals because the body can try to adapt to that. However, it's not the right form. It's kind of like I put diesel fuel in my car, it'll run, but it's going to run raggedy. And if you keep doing it, you're going to tear your engine up. Just like if you put unleaded fuel in you put leaded fuel in an unleaded engine, it'll run, but you'll tear your stuff up.
So what people prevention prevention is better than everything. Obviously, it's never too late for prevention. Even if you're sick, you can still overcome your illness and then begin to prevent yourself from being sick again. So minerals and nutrients and trace elements are what you need on a daily basis. You need 120 different minerals and nutrients every day. You cannot get them from GNC. Not going to happen. You can only get them from plants. So prevention starts with just deciding that you want to be healthy. And I want to tell teenagers so bad, you can look just like you look right now if you begin the process now as opposed to waiting to later.
So, what, you trying to appeal to people's vanity?
Absolutely. Because
Uh,
we all
okay.
because of our diets, think about it now. Because of our diets, we all go from youth to dirt old and ugly. If I look at everybody who I grew up with, they don't look like I do. Their skin is bad, their age, they're wrinkled, and I'm the same age as them, and it just blows my mind that what I've seen from herbs, how herbs have treated me, as opposed to how life has treated them, and I'm not tooting my own horn or anything, but I contributed to, you know, minerals and nutrients. So I want other people to see the value of that. I want to somehow help people understand there's a physical solution for every problem under the sun, and it starts with herbs. Can you hear me? You
So,
can't hear me no more.
okay. So
You can hear me?
I can hear yes.
I can't hear me, but you can hear me.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, yeah, this headset's probably bad now. But anyway, okay, so prevention is better than remedy or cure. I say
So,
prevention. Go ahead.
so what we recommend for prevention first is what the complete body detox. That's like the starting point. You
Okay.
want to because that's going to address detoxifying your body and taking the stress of toxicity out of your body so that you can begin to heal. So it's going to be cleaning your blood, strengthening and toning your heart, um, cleaning your liver out, cleaning your lungs, cleaning your kidneys, your colon, uh, activated charcoal for heavy metal toxicity, and then there's a female or male hormonal formula in there to balance your hormones. So I try to say this is the reason we call it complete is because we're trying to deal with all of your organs and all of your limited channels to heal, so you can heal yourself. Now, there's other people that only deal with a couple. They might just be doing your colon, your kidneys, and your liver. But you also need to understand that if you just do that, you're not addressing your lungs. There's other issues that your body has.
So start with the cleanse as opposed to just picking one item because it's just like your car. You change the oil in your car, but you never change the oil in your body. A cleanse actually helps you change the oil in your body. Okay, that's the first step. Then I say address any specific issues, because the cleanse is going to actually get your body back to working like it's supposed to, and then the body will actually start healing itself, because the body is truly the only doctor. Everybody else is practicing. The body don't practice. It doesn't need to. It knows its job. So, you know, start with the cleanse and then branch out into different, to get all the different minerals that you need on a daily basis. And of course, we help you with that as well. But so that's our topic for today. We have a show on Saturday. Y'all can come to that right there, this address right here. Log into that and come to the podcast, ask questions, bring somebody with you, find out what somebody needs, because we're here to answer all questions. And then that's it for today. And we'll see you guys on Saturday. Until next Wednesday.
Okay. So what do
All
we
right.
talk about on the podcast? We talking about maybe prostate issues or what?
Well, what did you choose? You chose something. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you what we chose. You chose stop letting your flesh win.
Okay.
That's gonna be the topic for Saturday. Stop
All right.
letting your flesh win. All right, because
Cowardice.
your flesh kicking your ass. So we're gonna try to help you stop that. All right. Thanks for listening. I'm Forrest Gump.
I'm Todd Lynham. You guys have a nice evening.
Peace out.